AI megatrend stocks buying levels for Q2 2020. If you've taken one message away from my articles and videos during the coronavirus bear market, then it should have been that this coronavirus stocks bear market is presenting investors with a buying opportunity of a lifetime in AI stocks. For instance, my analysis of 16th March, I wrote, remember that whilst the current spread of the coronavirus may be exponential, but so is the AI megatrend. And who do you think is going to profit from the current crisis? Amazon, Google, Facebook, that's who. I.e., a coronavirus is reinforcing the importance of the virtual online world. Number 2, Amazon. I'm sure you're all probably aware that if there's one tech giant that was going to profit from the corona catastrophe, and that would be Amazon. In fact, I have already warned not to waste time dithering on whether to buy this stock, because I was pretty certain that the stock would soon trade to new all-time highs, given Amazon is likely heading for record profits, all whilst most companies are in a state of paralysis or worse, have descended into the corona black hole that could see them all but evaporate by the time the lockdowns end. Patrons have had plenty of chances to buy Amazon, for instance at $16.89 in my update of 17th of March, and at $19.40 in my update of 13th of March, when I warned that the stock would within a few short weeks be trading at new all-time highs. And I'm pleased to report that Amazon is now trading at $23.72, down from a recent new all-time high of $24.61. So is it too late to buy Amazon? The bottom line is, where stocks are concerned, is earnings growth, and as Amazon's earnings growth is exponential, as this megacorp capitalizes on not just the corona crisis but continues to expand into cloud computing services via its Amazon Web Services. So if you're thinking it's too late to buy Amazon, then check your mindset in the way you are approaching these tech giants that are on exponential trend trajectories. In fact, Amazon's trend trajectory could see the stock trade to $3,000 this year. Remember folks, the bottom line is earnings growth, and Amazon's earnings are expected to continue to rocket higher. So I would not be surprised if Amazon hits $3,000 this year, en route to $5,000 over the next few years, which puts into perspective when one compares, say, $23.62 to $19.40 of a few weeks ago. The only fly in the ointment, as I covered several weeks ago, is a possible windfall tax that could be levied on the tech giants that have profited from the corona catastrophe. That, if you're lucky, just may give you another bite at the Amazon cherry, but we are unlikely to see the likes of the mid-March lows again. The Amazon stock price chart has recovered all of the corona crash, rising by 51% from its March low of $16.26, pushing its way to a new all-time high of $24.61. A 15% drop would take the stock price down to about $20.40, which coincides with previous resistance levels, though it's going to be tough getting there, as there is strong support at $21.85 that could hold any decline. So this analysis is resolving to a wide buying range of between $21.85 and $20.40, depending on where the level breaks or not, and to what extent. Therefore, this analysis concludes in a buying level of sorts at $21.40. Whilst where there does not appear to be much downside for Amazon, however, there is still a lot of upside, especially if the stock price gets anywhere near achieving $3,000 this year. And here are all of my updated buying levels for all of the AI stocks on my list, where I now include the two tech funds I mentioned during March, i.e. QQQ for US investors and PCT for the UK on the LSE. Though remember that my preference is always to invest in the underlying stocks, because the more removed one is from the underlying stocks, and the greater the risk of something going wrong. For instance, funds tend to deviate to an extent against the underlying assets, usually to the downside, as happened to most funds during March sell-off. Also, there is a risk that the fund could go bust, and that they tend to invest in too many stocks, as I only agree with about half the stocks these funds are invested in. The bottom line is that you need to pay attention to what is happening to these stocks, which whilst everything else is suffering, these stocks are making and trending towards new all-time highs that should be screaming to you to listen to the AI megatrend and act accordingly. So sorry, we are extremely unlikely to be able to pick up the likes of Amazon for $1,700 again. Instead, to bite the bullet and get exposed to the AI megatrend, else you'll be regretting not buying in some months' time when the likes of Amazon is trading at $3,000. And again, this video is an excerpt from my extensive analysis that has already first been made available to patrons who support my work. So for immediate first access to all of my analysis and trend forecasts, then do consider becoming a patron by supporting my work for just $3 per month as we ride the AI megatrend into the future. And also remember to subscribe to this YouTube video for new videos in the AI megatrend series.